Hi, it's Miss P, and welcome to another pattern review. Today we're going to be reviewing Vogue 9268. If you see me looking down, it's because that's where my pattern is. Yeah, so I'm gonna pop it up here. This is a dress, and it is reminiscent of a style arc dress that I sewed. There are some differences in the upper area between the two dresses, but the cascading sides and the way they come to a point to cascade down are very similar. Anyway, so yeah, so this is Vogue 9268. I did an extra extra large, size 26, and I did a combination of view A and view B. I did the length of view A, but I did long sleeves like view B. The alterations that I made was that I enlarged the sleeve, I think a little bit, like a half an inch. Outside of that, I kept true to the pattern. I used a 4-way stretch knit. As you can see, it's like it has more stretch going side to side than it does up and down, but it does have a tiny bit of stretch going up and down. So I guess it's sort of a stable, I would call it a kind of a stable knit. It feels like what I've heard called ITY, but I don't know really what those mean, DTY and ITY. But yeah, so it has it's very light, and I would say it's like almost too light for winter. Like if you put your tights and everything on underneath, it's fine. Also, another thing that I did differently was they wanted you to fold under for the collar and the sleeves. I did do the folding under for the sleeves, but as you could see my little poor stitching there. I did like a stretch stitch because I wanted it to be able to stretch. And then in the collar, if I can just tilt a little bit, I did bias tape because that's my favorite finishing for wide openings on a stretch knit, because it kind of stabilizes the collar and it gives it kind of a crisper edge. Trying to sit up a little bit so you can see, it gives it a little bit of a crisper edge, and I really like that. Yeah, so like I said, I did a size 26. This comes from extra small to an extra extra large. They recommend stretch knits, rayon spandex, cotton spandex, ITYs, unsuitable for obvious diagonals. So this isn't quite a diagonal. It's almost like it's the way I like to wear animal prints. It's like, it suggests kind of an animal print. You'll see in the reveal that, yeah, sometimes it suggests an animal print, but it's not quite. It's like almost. It's an abstract animal print, and I like that. I don't like obvious ones so much. So yeah. So what is there to know about this pattern? It was a really easy pattern. It is marked as easy, and I would say that's true. The hardest part of this maybe was just finishing off the edges here. But since I used the bias tape, it wasn't as hard as I think is trying to keep it even and going down. It kind of measures itself out with the bias tape. I really thought that the instructions were clear. I thought that, sorry, I'm looking down. I thought the instructions were clear. I thought that it came together fairly easy and quickly. The trickiest part was maybe finishing off the inside bottom, and you were supposed to turn it in a certain way, and I don't know if I quite followed that. I just kind of turned it under and just turned it under and did a stretch stitch on it, because it does get quite narrow on the bottom. Here on the bottom, where you see like the, where it closes, that gets pretty narrow. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't pop any stitches by just walking and opening my legs too wide or anything like that. If I had to do again, I would probably not do that. So on the scale of 1 to 10, the difficulty level 1 being super easy and 10 being super difficult. I'd give this a 3, 2 or a 3. It was really easy. It's very forgiving, so there weren't a lot of cut lines. I think it's pretty flattering. I compared it to the Style Arc one. That one was more boxy and much more open, and because they use real life sizing, so like if you wear a double XL in real life, you probably wear a double XL equivalent 22, 24. I mean 2022. If you wear like a 2022 there in real life, then you'll fit their 2022 most likely. So because they use real sizing, maybe I don't feel like I cut it too big. It's just a boxier item. Whereas this one is made to be slimmer. If I were to do it again, I'd probably sew it. I might use a larger seam allowance. I don't think that I'd sew a smaller size because a lot of times that depends on the material you use. And this material is so light and stretchy and buoyant that I think that, that plays into how it drapes and stuff like that. I think if I would have used a stronger knit, a thicker knit, then it probably would have fit differently. So I wouldn't necessarily use a smaller size. I would have definitely used a better, like a larger seam allowance. And I still may go in, I doubt it, but I might go in and just take off another 1/2 inch or seam allowance just so that it's a little bit tighter and a little more fitted. But I really like it. I mean, I think it's very comfortable. I could see it in the summer with sandals and, just pulling the sleeves up and wearing some sandals with it. I could see it from spring to fall because I would definitely throw on some boots with this. Yeah, so I really like it. I don't know what else there is to say. I would absolutely sew it again, and I might. Yeah. So that's it. That's my review. If you have any questions or you have any comments, let me know if you like the fabric. Did you like the fabric? If you thought it was a little loud or not. Or, yeah, let me know what you think. And so, yeah, leave those comments down below. Please make sure you like and subscribe if you'd like to like and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.